What's up? We are at Macomb Power Sports and we are comparing the Honda series with an exception here, but we're comparing the 300 to the 500 to the 1100 in the Rebel series, with the exception of the Scrambler, which is pretty much what the Rebel is, just a little bit more torque and a little bit more off-road capability. So let's compare the three, give you pros and cons of each, and figure out which one's right for you. 300, we'll start here. This bike is a great entry-level beginner bike. This is going to be a lot of fun, real fun to handle. It will get on the freeway at freeway speeds fairly comfortably, so it's a plus for that guy. Not a ton of power, but enough power to have fun and keep yourself safe. It doesn't want to rip you off the back end. We'll get back to that. Scrambler, and we're just going to pretend like it's a Rebel. The main difference is this is a little bit more off-road capable and a little less cruisery, tiny bit more torque, but this essentially the same motor setup in here as the Rebel 500. And this is going to be great for your intermediate rider or advanced rider. Very iffy on the beginner, borderlining that, because it's got a soft acceleration. It's kind of like that adventure, not rip through the gravel fast when you touch the throttle. So this is a great mid-level bike. This is going to be awesome for somebody that wants to upgrade from their small bike, wants a little bit more power. This has plenty of power to get you on the freeway, plenty of power to put a smile on your face if you have a need for speed. It's a big bike, it's a lot of bike, but it's a lot of fun. It handles like this, very playful, and can do it all. It really checks all the boxes there. But if we're talking about the Rebel in the 500 series, it's going to handle playful like this with a little more power, a little more punch. Now that I'm not going to recommend to a beginner. If you're a beginner, stick with the 300. So freeway, you're going to be just fine on. So pretending this is a Rebel 500, more intermediate rider, but still plenty of power in that 500 to please a lot of riders in terms of needing that fast acceleration. And then jumping over here to the 1100, this is not a beginner bike. This is going to be your intermediate to advanced rider bike. I say intermediate. This one has DCT, so it's a little bit different than these two that are just a standard manual transmission. This is going to have DCT. It's automatic with an option to have a clutchless electronic shifting. So you have basically two levers, one to shift up, one to shift down, or you can run it in full automatic with different modes where you can adjust how the bike rides. You have normal mode, sport mode, user settings, rain mode, which is awesome. Tons of safe features. Way too much power for a beginner, but tons of power and tons of fun in a cruiser for somebody that's a little bit more experienced in riding. It's a heavier bike, but it's not too heavy. It's very stable. Actually, all three of these are very stable. If we're talking stop and go traffic, these two are going to excel. The 500 is I don't really like this for stop and go, to be honest, because it's too jerky with the DCT in my opinion. But stop and go, that's going to be a really good stop and go downtown bike. This is going to be a really good backroads bike. The 500 would be a good stop and go bike. The 500 Rebel would be a good stop and go bike, good downtown bike, city bike. Those will be awesome. This, not so much, but in my opinion, if it was me, I wouldn't love this in stop and go, but slow city traffic and things like that, it's not horrible as far as that DCT goes. All these are going to excel at 55 miles an hour on your back roads, on your, paved, obviously, this one with the exception, but paved roads. All these are going to be great options. If you're looking for the most fun, this guy is the most fun, in my opinion, because with the DCT shifting, we'll pretend it doesn't have the DCT shifting. It's very comfortable and it doesn't feel like a lazy cruiser. You have a little bit tighter turning radius than some cruisers, and you have that power behind a not super heavy bike to rip you down the road. So this, in my opinion, is the most fun for that. But the 500 is going to give you that without the cost and without the power that you might not need as somebody who is not an advanced rider. And then the 300, the beautiful 300. This thing is going to be awesome for pretty much everything except speed at a fast rate. You're not going to get to the top speeds as fast on this one. You will reach those speeds, but it's going to take you a little bit longer. The 500, you're going to get pretty much everything that both of these have to offer on a lighter bike. It's going to be a little bit more nimble, a little bit more fun. So if we're talking about the differences between these two, more fun and power as far as that's going to be more fun, but this handling way easier because it's lighter, a little bit more playful. This and the Rebel are both going to be very similar in that. A lot of fun compared to this. Power, playful, very very low cost, very beginner friendly. So that is my comparison between the 300, 500, and 1100cc motorcycles made by Honda. These are all great bikes. Honda makes amazing bikes. And just want to give another quick shout out to Macomb Power Sports for allowing me to stay here a little bit after hours to give you guys the breakdown of the 300, the 500, and the 1100. We're just going to pretend like that's a Rebel. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. Subscribe for more motorcycle content, and we'll see you next time. See you. Oh, also, braking power, great on that for the speeds that you're going. And really good on this because it automatically does the engine braking for you. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching.